Hey friends, so my setting has changed a little bit. I'm actually out here in the middle of the Cotopaxi Wilderness in Colorado. I have been in a cabin for 2.5 days-ish, something like that. And let me tell you, if you're gonna go on a camping trip or on a cabin trip and you bring a million books with you, make sure that your water bottle doesn't leak in the bottom of the car. Because if you don't make sure, this is gonna happen to your precious book. I don't know if you could tell, but there is quite a bit of water damage going on right here, and the color has bled all over this this cover right here, and it's pretty sad. But anyway, today I'm going to give you a quick review of the book Girls in the Moon by Janet McNally. Okay, so if you haven't heard of this book, it came out in January. It was one of the January books of the month. I don't know what the right term for that is. Anyway, so it's a fun YA book about a girl who her name is Phoebe, I think, and she grew up in a family of rock stars. Basically, her parents were in a band together and they split up when she was really little. And so the whole story is basically her kind of trying to reconnect with her father, who she hasn't seen in a long time, and to connect with her sister again, who has been kind of away from the family for a little bit, and to kind of uncover the truth of the story, what happened to her parents. This book has some of the most beautiful writing I've ever ever read. It's just really stunning. There's a lot of really beautiful descriptions, and there's an elegant style to the writing that I think really makes this book stand out a lot for YA. A lot of YA books are more focused on the story than they are the writing, and this book really focuses on the writing. And so in that aspect, it just like blew my mind. It was so beautiful. Other things that I really liked about this, it's fun because it has all these cool like musical references in it and a lot of like references to like culture in New York. So that's really fun. The girl in it, Phoebe, she kind of grew up as like miniature rock and roll royalty. So she has all these cool experiences and knows all these fun little like ins about the rock and roll world. So that's really cool. So those are some things I really liked about it. I also really liked that everything in it revolves around the moon. So like the daughter's name is Phoebe, and then her sister's name is Luna, I think. And I think that was really cool that Janet was able to kind of fit in all these different references that have to do with the moon to make the title kind of tie in together. And it's just, and with the mother and everything, it was just really, really lovely. And it's definitely a book about like sisterhood and motherhood and trusting the women in your life and in your family. Things I didn't love so much about this book. So I do like books that are more character driven than plot driven sometimes. Like I think that can be a really valuable quality to a book, because not everything's about plot. Sometimes you really just want to see the character and how they kind of exist in the world and kind of how they develop, even if it's not on a huge level, like when there's a big plot going on or something. This book sort of did that, but it didn't quite hit the mark, I think. And I think part of the problem is there was a plot, there was a concrete plot that they were moving through, but instead of giving that a solid ending or a solid middle even or anything like that, it focused more on the characters and how they reacted in the story. So she gives you a plot, but the plot doesn't really take you very, very far. So it just wasn't a super strong storyline, and by the end I was kind of like, is that it? That's all that happens? That's how it ends? So I think it could have worked better if she had chosen whether or not it was going to be a character study or a story that had a strong plot line. I think instead she kind of went for both, and for me it missed the mark on both of them. I didn't get enough character development to make it really a character-driven story, but I didn't get enough plot to make it a plot-driven story. So although I definitely enjoyed the book, there wasn't a lot from me that was driving me to keep reading it, even though it was enjoyable. So that is my quick review of Girls in the Moon by Janet McNally. It is a good book. If you decide to read it, I think you'll probably really enjoy it if you're looking for something that has beautiful, beautiful turn of phrase. So it's a fun one. Definitely bring books with you when you camp. It's a fun experience. Just don't let your water bottle leak all over them and destroy your precious possessions. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you've read this book or if you know of another book that has some fun musical references in it. And thanks for watching. Oh, I thought that was a chicken. It's actually a log. Can you see that log?
Oh, yeah?
The end of it looks like a chicken. Quick tour. This is the cabin. I'm on the porch that I was just sitting on. Table, firewood. tire swing and a metal can and the trees. Apparently there are mountain lions, bobcats, and coyotes in these woods, and bears, but probably no wolves, which is kind of sad because wolves are the only ones I actually want to see. But we didn't get eaten by anything. It's good. And these are rocks. They're pretty rocks. I got a rock collection. Yeah. I thought this book was fitting because it talks about the moon, even though it's actually set in urban New York and deals with music, and I have neither of those things in this video, but it talks about the moon, and the moon is in the sky. And that's the sky. So I thought it worked, sort of.